Did you know your breakfast choices might quietly be working against the muscles and blood vessels that keep you strong where it counts most? If you're over 60 and noticing weaker erections, low energy, or tingling down below, it might not be age causing it. Your breakfast could be the problem. Most men don't realize that their morning meal either helps blood flow to the groin or slowly blocks it. Even more surprising, many are skipping one simple food that could help turn things around. I'm Dr. Laura, a men's health expert with more than 30 years of experience in urology and helping men with age-related performance issues. I've helped thousands of men across the country who thought their intimacy was fading just because they were getting older. But what we found was much more encouraging. Here's the truth. Your body wants to restore blood flow to your lower half, but only if you give it the right fuel. And that fuel isn't in a pill or a prescription. It's found in 5 specific and simple breakfast foods. You probably already know them, but you may not realize how they help improve male blood flow. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use them. You'll learn how 5 easy ingredients can improve circulation down there, build up pelvic muscles, and boost confidence without any side effects. And make sure to stay until the end, because I'll reveal one odd combo that's helping men feel changes in less than a week. Let's get started. Before we jump in, if you're serious about bringing back your energy and improving blood flow where it counts most, be sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss a tip made just for men over 60. And if this video speaks to you, type 1" in the comments. If it doesn't, type 0. I read every comment, and your feedback helps me make better videos for your needs. Alright, let's start with the first food, one that's probably already in your fridge, but you may not have realized how useful it can be. It's simple, it's common, and when eaten at the right time, it can boost blood flow and muscle healing where it matters most. I'm talking about whole eggs, nature's most complete food for restoring blood flow after 60. Whole eggs, nature's blood flow booster. I've lost track of how many men over 60 have sat in my office, feeling upset, embarrassed, and unsure about why things aren't working like they used to. And nearly every time, when I ask what they eat in the morning, they say something like, "Doctor, I just grab coffee, maybe a slice of toast if I remember." What they don't realize is that their body, especially at this age, is hungry for key nutrients first thing in the morning. And one of the best sources of those nutrients has been in their fridge all along: whole eggs. I know eggs got a bad name in the past. People worried about cholesterol and outdated science. But let me say this clearly, if you're a man over 60 and not eating whole eggs regularly, you're missing one of the easiest natural ways to bring blood flow and strength back to your lower body. The magic is in the yolk. That yellow center is full of vitamin D, B12, choline, and leucine, a powerful amino acid that helps fix muscles, including the deep, often forgotten ones in the pelvic floor. These are the same muscles that help with erections, steady urine flow, and keep you balanced during the day. As blood flow drops with age, these muscles are often the first to weaken. But when you give them the right fuel, especially early in the day, your body responds. You feel steadier, get fewer cramps or tingles, and yes, feel more sure of yourself in intimate moments. Not from a pill, but because your blood is moving again. I remember one patient, Richard, 67. He told me he hadn't had morning wood in over 2 years. Just 4 weeks after changing his breakfast to include 2 whole eggs each morning, just boiled, nothing fancy, he called me, shocked. "Doc," he said, "I woke up feeling like I was 40 again." That's the power of giving your body what it really needs, at the right time. Oats with chia seeds, the artery helper. Every time I meet an older man who talks about poor blood flow, weak erections, or that heavy feeling in the lower half, I don't just ask what pills he takes, I ask what he eats for breakfast. And more often than not, he either skips it or eat something full of sugar and empty carbs. What I suggest, instead, might seem too simple to matter, but believe me, a warm bowl of oats topped with chia seeds has transformed more lives than you'd think. Oats on their own are a powerful ally for aging arteries. They're packed with a special fiber called beta-glucan, which doesn't just help lower cholesterol, it actually helps clean out the walls of your blood vessels. This allows more oxygen-rich blood to reach critical areas, including your pelvis and groin. For men over 60, that kind of circulation support isn't just helpful, it's essential. Now, add chia seeds to the mix, and something incredible happens. These tiny seeds are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, magnesium, and potassium, nutrients that help your blood vessels relax, reduce inflammation, and allow for smoother, more powerful blood flow. This combination isn't just good for your heart, it directly impacts your ability to get and maintain a healthy erection. I remember one gentleman, Henry, who told me he felt his body had started shutting down after retirement. Low energy, trouble walking upstairs, intimacy fading. I got him to swap his sugary cereal for oats with chia seeds, blueberries, and a touch of cinnamon. Within 2 weeks, his legs felt lighter. Within a month, he was sleeping better and waking up more energized, with benefits he noticed both in and out of the bedroom. "Doc," he said with a laugh, "I didn't think a bowl of oats could do that. But here's the truth. What you eat in the morning sets the tone for your blood flow all day long, and this simple combination, eaten warm and mindfully, tells your arteries it's safe to open up. It's time to nourish the muscles and nerves that keep you feeling like a man." Now, if you're ready to take your circulation support to the next level, there's one fruit that acts almost like natural Viagra, but without the side effects. Most men overlook it, but when eaten at the right time, it works fast. Let me show you what it is. Watermelon, the bedroom fruit. I still remember the look on my patient Bill's face when I told him to start eating watermelon in the morning. He laughed and said, "Doc, I thought that was just a summertime snack." But what he didn't know, and what most men don't, is that watermelon is one of nature's most underrated tools for restoring blood flow, especially in the places where it counts the most. Watermelon is packed with an amino acid called L-citrulline. When it enters your body, it converts into L-arginine, which then boosts nitric oxide, the very same compound that opens up your blood vessels and allows more blood to flow to your groin. It's the same biological pathway used by popular ED medications, but this time, you're fueling it with food instead of pharmaceuticals. And it works fast. I've had patients tell me they started noticing improved sensitivity and stronger morning erections within just a week of adding watermelon to their routine. There's something powerful about letting your body do what it was designed to do. No synthetic pills, no side effects, just pure circulation support straight from your breakfast plate. Bill called me 2 weeks later and said, "I don't know if it's the watermelon or the fact that I'm finally eating breakfast, but something's definitely waking up down there." We both laughed, but the truth is, he wasn't imagining it. The citrulline was doing its job, opening blood vessels and giving his lower body a new sense of vitality. For best results, watermelon should be eaten on an empty stomach or shortly before your main breakfast. A couple of slices are all you need, and here's a tip: don't throw away the white rind. That part contains the highest concentration of citrulline. You can blend it into a smoothie or just chew through it gently. It may not be sweet, but your circulation will thank you. If you've been looking for a natural way to feel more alive and energized below the belt, watermelon may be one of the easiest, most refreshing tools you've been missing. But if you really want to stabilize your morning energy, restore balance, and prep your entire lower body for the day ahead, then you won't want to skip the next food. It's warm, earthy, and when combined with one simple mineral, it becomes one of the most powerful circulation-supporting breakfasts I recommend. Let's keep going. 5. Steamed sweet potato with Celtic salt. the circulation stabilizer. Of all the recommendations I've given over the years, this is the one that gets the most surprised reactions. Sweet potatoes, they ask, for circulation. But once you understand how your body works in the first few minutes after waking up, it starts to make perfect sense. Your muscles, including the ones in your legs, pelvis, and yes, even your penis, are running on empty after hours without food. Your blood vessels need minerals, your muscles need glycogen, and your nervous system needs balance. A simple half of a warm steamed sweet potato, sprinkled with just a pinch of Celtic sea salt, can be the morning stabilizer your entire lower body has been missing. Sweet potatoes are packed with complex carbohydrates that don't spike your blood sugar, but instead give your muscles the clean energy they need to function smoothly. And when you add Celtic sea salt, an unrefined salt rich in over 80 essential minerals, you're giving your body the tools it needs to hold on to hydration, regulate nerve impulses, and maintain healthy blood pressure without the crash. These minerals help with muscle contractions, circulation, and even nerve sensitivity, which can fade with age if we're not careful. I had a patient named Thomas, 70 years old, who told me he'd been waking up with heavy numb legs and a dull ache in his groin. He had tried stretching, massage, even prescription medications. Nothing seemed to work. I suggested a small change. Before his regular breakfast, try half a steamed sweet potato with a glass of warm water and a touch of mineral salt. It sounded too simple to him, but 3 days later he called and said, "Doc, I don't know what's happening, but my legs feel lighter, and I'm not reaching for the nightstand just to stand up." There's something grounding about starting your day with real food, something your body recognizes, something that doesn't just treat symptoms, but actually restores balance from the inside out. Sweet potatoes may seem humble, but when eaten this way, they work quietly and powerfully to restore circulation, balance minerals, and energize every step you take. Now that you've learned the 5 foods that can help you restore blood flow, strength, and energy down there, there's one last thing we need to cover, because knowledge without action changes nothing. So let's talk about exactly what you need to do, starting today, to turn these foods into real results. You can feel 6. What you need to do starting today. If you've made it this far, that already tells me something important. You care. You're not just coasting through this phase of life, letting your body do whatever it wants. You're still in the fight. And the good news is now, you've got tools. But tools mean nothing if they stay in the drawer. The real change begins the moment you decide to take action today, not tomorrow. Start small. Tomorrow morning, commit to eating one of the 5 foods we talked about. Maybe it's 2 eggs with the yolks. Maybe it's a warm bowl of oats with chia seeds and cinnamon. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to happen, because what you eat in the first hour after waking is one of the most powerful choices you can make for your circulation, your confidence, and your independence. Don't skip breakfast anymore. Don't wait until you're hungry, or tired, or already behind for the day. Give your body what it needs while it's asking for help. This is when your blood vessels are most responsive. This is when your muscles are ready to receive nutrients. This is when you interrupt the cycle of decline and start building back what time has tried to take. You might not notice dramatic changes overnight, but stay consistent. Within a few days, you may feel more energy in your legs, more warmth in your groin, more strength in your step, and more responsiveness where it matters most. You might sleep better. You might wake up feeling something you haven't felt in a long time. Hope. And if you're worried that this is all too late for you, I can tell you with complete honesty, it's not. I've seen men in their 60s, 70s, even late 80s, transform their energy, their intimacy, and their overall vitality by simply committing to this one thing, starting the day with purpose. So the question is simple: will you take that first step tomorrow morning, or will you let another day go by, waiting for something to change on its own? Now that you know exactly what to eat and when, there's just one more thing I want to leave you with, because even the right foods can't work if you're making one critical mistake most older men never even think about. Let's wrap this up with a final message that could make or break your results. 7. Final message. If there's one thing I've learned after decades of working with men over 60, it's that aging doesn't take your strength, it only takes what you're willing to give up. And most of the time, what we give up isn't our bodies, it's our belief that change is still possible. But I'm here to remind you, it absolutely is. You now know about 5 powerful morning foods: whole eggs, beets, oats with chia, watermelon, and sweet potatoes with Celtic salt, that can help restore blood flow, improve sensitivity, support muscle function, and bring life back into parts of your body that may have felt distant for far too long. These are not trends or gimmicks, they're real foods that speak directly to your biology. What's more, you understand exactly when and how to eat these foods for maximum impact. You recognize that how you spend your first waking hour sets the tone for everything else. Your vitality, your self-reliance, your self-assurance, and even your relationships. You don't have to overhaul everything overnight, just begin. Start tomorrow. Reclaim your mornings. Let your meals work for you, turning every bite into a powerful statement that you're still writing your story. This isn't the end, far from it. Your next act begins at breakfast, and it begins with your choice to take control.